Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Darren, and today we're going to take a look at Shamans, which is one of the classes I'm kind of excited for, because Ellie hasn't really been seen much play, Resto has been a really good spec, and Enhancement has been on and off. The way I remember Enhancement is back from Pandaria when they had the burst, and in general introducing more of a steady damage, less of bursty potential in a way. So I'm kind of hoping to see what they are doing with Legion. I haven't read none of the information, so I'm going to be jumping in fresh head first. Gonna be looking at all the changes and all the game developing design for the class, because I haven't even got to take any look at it so far. But I'm excited because I used to play Shaman back in the day, back in Pandaria, when you could just sling around a bunch of meatballs at the enemies and then just watch them melt away as you flame shock the world. So let's take a first look at Elemental. Through the body of Shaman flows bolts of lightning, as if from storm, and bursts of fire, as if from molten earth. Awesome text. Elemental Shaman already had a strong thematic ability repertoire. We retained much of that existing gameplay in Legion while smoothing the rough edges. I previously mentioned switch to Maelstrom as its resource is most significant. Elemental Shaman will build Maelstrom through their Lightning Bolt, Lava Burst, Chain Lightning, and spending on abilities like Shock and Earthquakes. Interesting. So it's Maelstrom rather than what they had previously. Alright, so basically it's going to be such as more Maelstrom on Flame Shock and dot multiple targets. Another notable change for Eternal Elemental Overload as their mastery. So Elemental Overload to get more attacks as a Shaman. Alright, so let's take a look at some of their abilities. Lightning Bolt, same deal, 2-second cast, fires a bolt of lightning, generate 15 Maelstrom. So it's going to be a 15 Maelstrom as a buff. Interesting. Lava Burst, 8-second cooldown, hurl molten lava at the target, dealing strong fire damage. If Flame Shock is on target, Lava Burst will deal 50% additional damage, generates 15 Maelstrom. I wonder how Maelstrom will work. I mean, I kind of get the idea, but you don't really know it until you see it, kind of deal. Flame Shock, 0 to 5 Maelstrom. Also, it spans Maelstrom, sears the target for fire, causing minor fire damage, and then additional minor fire damage to every 2 seconds. Lasts 10 to 30 seconds based on Maelstrom spent. Interesting. Earth Shock, 10 to 100 Maelstrom, instant. Instantly shocks the target with concussive force, causing nature damage based on Maelstrom. So you can use Flame Shocks and Earth Shocks on Maelstrom. So you gotta regenerate, so there's no cooldown on Maelstrom. Interesting. That's an interesting change. Lava Surge. Your Flame Shock damage over time has a chance to reset the cooldown of Lava Burst and cause an Airlock Burst to be instant, so keeping that. Mastery Elemental Overload grants 40% with Mastery. Chance for Elemental Overload to occur. Elemental Overload will cause Lightning Bolt and other spells to trigger a similar spell of the same target and cause 75% of normal Maelstrom damage generation and generates no threat. Nice. So they're bringing back what was good back in Kata and MOP, which is what people liked. I heard a lot of people didn't like the current mastery for Ellie Shamans. Additional to provide a glimpse at how some of the other talents will work, here's a glimpse on Maelstrom Totem. 40-yard range, instant 30-second cooldown, summons a Maelstrom Totem near the target for 15 seconds that repeatedly attacks the enemy for 30 yards and moderate nature damage. Every time the Maelstrom attacks, it will generate 5 Maelstrom for it, so an easy way to generate Maelstrom. Interesting. So I'm not quite sure what kind of playstyles you would have as an Ellie, and I would like to see more of the Maelstrom. But it's interesting, they're giving more power to the spec, which is what I don't understand, even though I don't really understand what Maelstrom exactly is. Enhancement. These Shamans favor empowering the physical attacks with elemental energies and facing their adversaries up close. Pretty good way to put it together. The identity of Enhancement Shaman is cool, but we didn't feel that mechanics did well establish that. We want to expect to be more of a melee range Elemental Shaman, while having a distinct battle mage feel. Nice. That's the first time they actually have a battle mage feel to a spectral class. Enhancement's niche is focused on dishing out devastating spells while and punishing strikes at melee range to destroy their enemy, rather than leaving you with a multitude of buttons, many of which are inconsequential. We are emphasizing power to your weapons and allies in the fray. Enhancement will become increasingly deadly as they build the power through Maelstrom generation, so also generate Maelstrom. They must be careful not to let it overflow while maintaining enough to utilize most dominant attacks in critical moments. So these guys are all about keeping make sure they don't lose too much Maelstrom or don't overflow. So again, another Maelstrom mechanic, just nothing I've been really well known with. Rockbiter, instant. Assault your target with earthen power, dealing moderate damage, generating 15 Maelstrom. Flame Tongue. Scorch your target with firepower, dealing moderate fire damage, enhancing your weapon. Each day weapon attack cause minor additional fire damage. Easy way to get some nature damage in. Wind Fury at HO with main hand attacks has a 7% chance to trigger 3 extra attacks, dealing minor physical damage. Lava Lash is going to be instant charge your offhand weapon with lava and strike your target dealing fire damage. So Flame Tongue and Lava Lash is going to be completely different abilities. Now what is Flame Tongue for enhancement? I'm not quite sure, because Lava Lash and Storm Strike were original abilities. Wind Fury is passive, I understand that. Storm Strike, 60 Maelstrom. Oh, so Lava Lash and Storm Strike will be Maelstrom, and it'll be the damage instant. Storm Strike with a 16-second cooldown. Energize your weapon with lightning and deliver a massive blow to your target, dealing heavy physical damage. So the only ability they have that's instant that they can spam is Rock Biter or Flame Tongue, right? Rock Biter, Flame Tongue, and then once you build up Maelstrom, Wind Fury, and then Storm Strike. So you basically transform the two spells you have, one nature, one fire. Interesting. Maelstrom weapon passive, when you deal damage with a melee weapon, you generate 5 Maelstrom. So they generate a lot of Maelstrom, it seems like. Storm Fury, each of your attacks has a 2% chance to cause Storm Fury, resetting the cooldown of Storm Strike and causing the Storm Strike to cost 50 less Maelstrom to trigger no cooldown. So they're all about dishing as much Storm Strike and Lava Lash in a single go. So I guess it gives more control, but with Maelstrom. And I'm going to guess Maelstrom works out like Rage or Fury. Or I guess Rage would be it, or Death Knight or Runic Power, but we can only guess. I'm not quite sure how exactly it'll work. Mastery, Enhanced Elements. Increase the chance of my bad on that. Let me go again. Increase the chance of Storm Fury and Wind Fury to trigger by 5% with Mastery or typical gear, and increase all fire nature damage down by 40%. They're gonna select Mastery if you like. Or that or Haste. I feel like Haste would work as well. Additionally, to provide a glimpse on how some of the talents may build upon this, here's an example of enhancement talent spec. Sundering, 60 Maelstrom, 20-second cooldown instant. Shatter a line of earth before you, causing strong physical damage and knocking enemies to the side. Just part the waves. So the Maelstrom thing seems to be an interesting new mechanic that I would want to learn more, but it's something brand new. It seems like, I'm not sure if it's going to work like Rage, Fury, or maybe like a stacking buff, kind of like arcane charges for mages, but instead of like stacking up to 4, they stack up to 100. I'm still not 100% sure how this is going to go, but it's interesting as it is giving them more control to the spec itself, and might make both specs, both PvP viable. I'm not sure about Elemental, maybe they give a lot more instant attacks, but maybe it'll be just as viable in terms of how it plays in Legion for PvP. I'm pretty sure Enhancement is going to stay just as good as it is. I feel like Enhancement is actually going to be stronger because you have more control for your damage. Restoration is the final spec for Shamans. Restoration Shamans feel a profound spiritual connection with the source from which all mortal life take root. I felt like that flavor text didn't really hit me home as much, but unique. Restoration mechanics are formed well by the themes of the spec, and we want to avoid disrupting the healers what healers like already about it. That what has changed was primarily been the terms of tweaking their gameplay in more fun directions. There's now slightly more emphasis on targeted healing and slightly less on chain spam heal. Okay, chain heal spams now basically gone, more targets. We've also significantly improved their talents, offered more impactful and varied options. Additional restoration gains the most of the removal of totem restrictions. Okay, interesting. So I guess it can have more than one totem. Given the other idea of Restoration Shaman look in action, Healing Wave, basically the same, slow and efficient heal, destroy a moderate amount of damage. Healing Surge, quick heal, but expensive. Chain Heal, basically the same deal, jumps from party members, reduced by 30 per person jumps on, and 4 targets can be hit on it. Riptide, instant, basically a heal over time like it has been. Healing Rain, I believe, is the same way. 2-second cast, 10-second cooldown. Blanket the area with healing up to 6 allies to over 10 seconds. Healing Stream Totem, summons a Water Totem, and Feet of a Shaman. Okay, so that basically is the same way. Tidal Waves, when you cast Chain Heal or Riptide, you gain Tidal Wave effect, which reduces the cast time of your next Healing Wave, so that stays the same way. Mastery, Deep Healing, increase the potency of your healing spells by 60% based on the current health of your target. Lower health, get healed for more. Seems like Restoration Shamans are going to stay the same for the most part, and more focus on targeting. Additionally, to provide a glimpse on how some of the other talents may affect the actual rotation of the spec, Wellspring, which is a 30-year range, 1.5 second cast, 12 second cooldown, 2.4% mana, create a surge of water that flows forward, healing all friendly targets in a wide arc in front of you for a strong amount. A surge of water that flows forward. Oh, so like this forward, just like a typhoon back in the day for druids when it used to look like a wave rather than like, you know, wind. Interesting. So for the most part, they're changing Ellie and enhanced to be more, have more control with their abilities. And then Resto for the most part stays the same, and I think it's going to be more changed for PvE than PvP for Resto. But Shaman, that's a spec I don't really know much about, but now we know about Maelstrom weapons. So if any of you have any information how Maelstrom weapons are going to work, or Maelstrom, I guess, not Maelstrom weapons, but the Maelstrom, I guess, resource, is it going to be like Rage Bar? Is it going to be a stack and buff that you can see somewhere? Let us know in the comments below if you're playing Shaman. And hopefully all of you guys that are playing Shaman are excited for the changes that are coming out to Legion. I'm excited. I might even pick up my Ellie Shaman and start leveling her back up to all the way to 100 to get prepared myself for Legion. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Darren. I'll see you guys in the next video.